Hey creators, welcome back to Creator Side Income. This is a little bit overdue, but here is my earnings report for May 2024. I wanted to make sure I got it out before I do June's report in another week. But we took a little bit of a break, and that's okay. I still wanted to get you the earnings report because in these reports, I am sharing what I'm earning, doing product reviews, but I'm also explaining why I'm earning what I'm earning, how it compares historically to previous months and even years, and what you can learn so that you can maximize your profits. So I think it's really worthwhile to do these reports. I wanted to make sure that I got it out. So here is May 2024. My goals for the month were relatively simple. This summer I am scaling way back with product reviews, but hoping to earn just as much. So last summer, I just worked really hard. I had a full-time job as a teacher. I was actually working overtime. I taught 9 classes last summer. We called it our summer of financial stability, and we earned a ton of money. We put it mostly into real estate and savings, but it was worth it. We worked really hard for a season. This summer, I'm pulling back a little bit so I can spend a little bit more time improving. I want to get better at YouTube videos. I want to understand the video process a lot better because of some other goals that I have. And so I'm not creating as much content this summer, and especially with product reviews, I'm not even trying to get anywhere near what I did last summer. But I ran the numbers, and I really think this, and so far it's borne out this year, that if I scale back to half or even a fourth of the time I spent last year, I've gotten better at my efficiencies, and so I can get a lot more done in a lot less time. I feel like that's enough to maintain roughly what I did last year. So last year, over the whole year, I made about $65,000 doing product reviews. I want to match that or maybe get a little higher this year, but do that in a half or even a fourth of the time. So when you see here on my goal sheet, spend less time than last summer. Last year I made 150 videos a month, and 30 to 40 of those were sponsored. I was spending 20 hours a week, and honestly, it was probably closer to 40 hours a week because of coordinating all those sponsored reviews, emailing with sellers, going back and forth, and things like that. So it was a full-time job last summer on top of my full-time job. This summer, I wanted to scale that way back, and so the goal was to do reviews for about 5 hours a week, and that includes my time coordinating with sponsors. Now, if I dropped sponsored videos altogether, I think I could do it in 2 or 3 hours a week and make almost the same amount. So I'm really contemplating that, but honestly, it's fun to get free stuff in the mail, and so it's hard to give up those sponsored videos. I get about 20 to 30 requests a week for sponsored videos, and I say yes to 2 or 3 of those every week. So it's kind of fun. So those were my goals. At the bottom here, you see earn slightly more than I did last summer. Last summer, I earned $4,700 in May, which was my best month up to that point, and I had 600 total videos. Now this time around, I have almost 1,800 total videos, so 3 times what I had last summer. And my goal is basically to match what I did last May because the videos don't make as much anymore. The platform really is more saturated than it was a year ago. It's harder to get placements, and so I'm trying to keep my goals realistic. So let's break that down. I want on Amazon on-site, the goal was to post 50 videos, make $4,000. Also post those same videos to YouTube, and I was putting them on TikTok before, but you saw in my last earnings report, TikTok for me got suspended, and I'm not sure I want to fight to get that back up and running. So I'm just posting them to YouTube and to Amazon. Between those two, I would make about $4,700. That would be $4,000 on-site, $300 off-site, and $400 through YouTube AdSense. So YouTube is basically accounting for $700, and Amazon on-site is for the other $4,000. Then foreign marketplace was another thing, just like TikTok, that in April they stopped putting videos up on the foreign marketplaces, And so my plan was to not upload any more videos to the forum marketplace until things change. And I'll get to this in a minute, but things did change a little bit. And then finally, I said 15 sponsored, but really that should say 5. I am trying to scale that back, and so I'm still not charging as much as I'm worth or what I want to make, but trying to make around $500 a month from sponsored. That gets me to that $5,000 range, which as a side income, I think is really great. And to do that in just a few hours a week, that's what I'm shooting for. So those were my goals. What did I do? So I actually met my goals as far as what I was creating. Rather than doing 50, I made 72, so I did pretty good this month. 60 of those were non-sponsored. That's just stuff lying around my house and stuff that we're buying on Amazon, normal things to maintain our home. Now, 19 months into this product review gig, I am buying more things on Amazon than I used to buy. We're spending a little more liberally, and so, you know, when you see 60 in a month from just stuff you bought, some of those had pooled over a few months, but we really are buying, you know, at least 20, 30 things every month from Amazon. And it's because we're starting to get things off of Amazon that we used to get at the grocery store or we used to get at Walmart and things like that. And so that's how I got up to that number. I did do 15 TikToks. They weren't TikTok style videos, but because my TikTok account got suspended, I felt bad because I couldn't fulfill what I wanted, what I promised the sellers to do on TikTok when they sent me free products. So I wrote to them each individual and I said, hey, I can't post it on TikTok, I'm sorry, but I'll post it on Amazon and YouTube and redirect traffic to you that way. So I just felt like that was my responsibility. None of the platforms were holding me to that. No one actually even complained. So I think the TikTok's still kind of in that Wild West stage, but that's all right. I did note here that of those 15 products, several of them were hundreds of dollar products, like some noise canceling headphones and a nice little walking treadmill. So we got some pretty cool stuff. Most of it we gave away, but there was some value in that. With the 12 sponsored videos that I did do, the retail value on those products was $570. So in total, I got $1,500 worth of products sent to me in May, which is kind of nice just to upgrade your lifestyle, have nice gifts to give away. I made $390 on the commissions for that. That's the upfront fee that I'm taking to make those videos. So for those 12 videos, that's about $30 a video. So I would like that to be higher. I'm typically asking for a lot more than that. Of those videos, I noted a few that were, for me, notable. I got a pretty nice drone that I was paid $40 to review, so that was cool. Sorry about that. The car phone charger that I noted there, I thought it was so great that I bought another one myself, and I was paid $50 to review that one. It was only $26, so I still made $25 after paying to get another one, but those have been really nice for our car. It was one of the things where I could give like a real testimonial because I thought it was a great product. And then finally, I did accept one review without a commission, which is something I rarely do, but they sent me a cool hard drive and it was pretty sweet. Like the transfer speed is like amazing on it. And so that was fun to review, and I gave it to my son as a graduation present. All right, so that's what I reviewed. The time spent, I included some other things here. I just thought, I don't know if you guys care or not, but in May, my wife graduated from college. She got her master's degree. Yay! My son graduated from high school. So obviously there was a lot of time spent going to different things. So a lot of my extra time that I would do reviews was spent supporting my family. A lot of end of the year concerts for orchestra, band, choir, a lot of end of the year sporting events and other festivities. So it really was hard to find a lot of time this month, but we did. And then right after graduation, we took off for 2 weeks to go to South America. And so I didn't do any reviews, obviously, while we were gone on that. I did spend about 5 hours a week on average the weeks before we left. And other time was spent investigating TikTok Shop. I'm still working through that. I'm helping a friend build a website, and we were working on various YouTube channels, including this one. Finally, hold on a second, my battery's gonna die. I'm gonna just plug it in real quick. Sorry about that. Some of my videos I do heavy editing, like the last one I posted here. This one I did more scripting and made these slides, and I'm not gonna do any editing. I'm experimenting. And sometimes that means you have to sit there for 5 seconds while I go plug in my computer. That would normally be edited out, so I apologize. But I'm trying different things because I haven't had a lot of success on this channel. It's not growing like I thought it would, and so I'm going to keep experimenting. Here we are at the money earned slide. This is just my breakdown. So you see, I accomplished almost all my goals for the month, and I did it in just a few hours a week. So we got 72 videos made, and those on-site commissions made almost $4,500. I posted all those same videos to YouTube. That takes me a few hours, so about half of my time isn't just filming videos, but it's uploading to YouTube, uploading to Amazon. But on YouTube, it was our best month so far with almost $500. Offsite wasn't great. My offsite over the holidays was way higher than it is now. But $250 isn't bad, and hopefully that will go up as the year progresses. Now, I mentioned with the foreign storefronts, I have things on the Canadian storefront, UK storefront, and Australian. Now, Australia has never posted any videos. I've never made a penny off Australia. Oh, and I also have Germany. And I don't speak German, but at the time, there was no thing saying you had to speak German, and so I just experimented and put things up. And it did make some sales in the past. While it flatlined in April and they stopped having videos up, it looks like they started putting videos back up in May. And so I made just a few sales on the UK site. And now that we're going into June, it looks like it's starting to make sales on all of my foreign storefronts. So that's something that you want to keep an eye on. I'm not going to upload more videos to those storefronts until I see a bigger return on time investment. It's just not worth the time to upload. But that's another potential income source right now. So finally, with sponsored, I didn't do the 15 that I was thinking. I did do 12, and I only made $390 off that. So it was okay, but not quite where I wanted to be. For the entire month, I made $5,593.71. That was a pretty good month, especially considering I was gone much of the month. I did not put in a lot of time. That probably represents about 10 hours of work, and I made $5,500. So not too shabby. It just shows that this product review business can be somewhat passive. You can go for weeks or even months at a time and continue to have earnings. Last year, off 600 videos, I made $4,700, as I mentioned earlier, which means if there wasn't as much competition as there is now, if it was the same as it was a year ago, man, I could have made triple. I could have made $15,000 this month based on the number of videos I have. So it is getting more saturated. It's harder to make earnings on Amazon, but it's still a great side income. And even if you're starting with nothing right now, start putting up 50 videos a month, and you're going to see that money start to trickle in, and it has a long tail. You're going to make earnings month over month for some time. So that was a pretty good month to see that. My goals coming up are pretty modest. It's similar to what I'm expecting. Last year I saw a dip from May to June, so I'm kind of expecting that here. And you see that my goal for June is $5,200, which is less than what I made in May. Last year it dropped from $4,700 to $4,500, so I'm expecting a similar drop. And my goals are about the same. 50 videos for the month, and do that in about 5 hours a week. I think that's a reasonable goal, and so that's what I'm doing. I don't think I have a slide for just my big takeaways, but I've been talking about that as we go along. Really, right now, what I want you to understand is doing product reviews as a side hustle still is a good idea. If you're starting from scratch and you're just uploading to YouTube right now till you get accepted into the Amazon Influencer Program, that's great. As you can see, I made almost $500 from YouTube. And if you're posting regularly, if you're doing a few hours every week, eventually you're going to start making a few dollars a day on that platform and get to the point where I'm making almost $20 a day now. That's a really good side income. I mean, that's life-changing for a lot of people, even without the Amazon Influencer Program. So simply creating a YouTube channel and starting to upload product reviews to YouTube, Great idea, and I have some other videos you can go back in the archives to watch to see about how to upload and get things on YouTube. As far as Amazon goes, last year we had a Prime Day in either June or July, and we saw a big spike in earnings just on that week. But for the most part, summer wasn't great earnings. And we're seeing as we move into May, June, July, that our earnings aren't as great as they were earlier in the year for the number of videos that we have. So just expect, there's a lot of highs and lows with doing product reviews. And as that fluctuates, don't take it personally. Just know that Amazon's experimenting. They're trying to do what's best for them. What I'm seeing is, as I post my videos, I go back through and I look to see if they're still making earnings. And a lot of my high ticket items that have earned really well in the past aren't doing very well anymore. And it's not that they took the videos down completely, it's that they're cycling through. So if there used to be 4 video placements, and because mine had the most likes, it was in that prime placement, it just would crush. It would make tons of sales. And I've had single products that have made thousands of dollars in earnings. But now, as a bunch of people now have videos on that same product, they'll have mine up for a day and then take it down for a while, and then put it up for a day and take it down for a while. So I'm still seeing sales on almost all those products, but they're just not matching the sales that I had in the past. And the big takeaway I want you to see from that is you need to continue to make videos. You can't just make videos once and just expect that they're going to do well for forever, because there are more people on the platform now. And so continue to look for things that you can review, continue to post things. I'm one of those people that I honestly post everything. I do breakfast cereal and Pop-Tarts, stuff like that. But then I'm also doing high ticket items from things that I have around my house. And so just make sure you're doing all the reviews you can. It does look good that we're still making money on the platform. At the end of last summer, I thought Amazon was going crazy and that everything started tanking. And I was worried about the future of the platform. But we're doing okay right now. And so I think that this is a great side hustle. Looking into the future, I'm really excited to see what happens the rest of the year. So that's my earnings report for May. If you have any questions or concerns, if there's anything you want me to include in my June report, make sure to drop those in the comments. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.